Just a few years ago, in a bustling city filled with tall buildings and colorful light, there lived a young African-American girl named Jazmine. Jazmine was just 18 years old and had a passion for fashion. She spent every waking moment sketching designs, sewing clothes, and dreaming of one day when she would become a famous fashion designer. Her bedroom was filled with fabrics of color, patterns, and texture. Jazmine's greatest dream was to present her own fashion show showcasing her creations to the world. She was even planning her own fashion show. There was one problem. Jazmine wasn't sure if she had what it takes to become a world-famous designer. On top of that, there was a person who seemed to stand in her way. Miss Lenora, the owner of the biggest fashion boutique in town. Miss Lenora was known for her sharp tongue and cold demeanor. She had been in the fashion business for 40 years and didn't believe that someone as young as Jazmine could create anything worth showing. One day, as Jazmine was working on a new design, her grandmother, who had always been a source of wisdom and comfort, noticed a bit of hesitation. Jazmine's grandmother thought to herself, "Jazmine needs some encouragement." She sat her down next to her big bed and began to tell her a story from the Bible, one that she thought would ignite her granddaughter's faith.
Jazmine, have you ever heard of the story of Lydia, the seller of purple?
No, Grandma, I've never heard of her. Who was she?
Lydia was a remarkable woman who lived in the city of Philippi. She was a successful businesswoman, known for selling beautiful purple clothing, a color so rare and valuable that only the wealthiest could afford it. Lydia wasn't just any merchant. She was a woman of great faith and kindness. One day, she met the Apostle Paul and was moved by his teaching. Lydia became the first European to convert to Christianity, and her home became a place of worship for many believers.
Wow, she sounds wonderful.
You're right. Lydia didn't let the challenges of being a woman in business hold her back. She used her talents and her faith to succeed. She was determined, just like you are, Jazmine. Lydia never let anyone tell her she couldn't achieve her dreams.
Jazmine felt a surge of inspiration. If Lydia succeeded against the odds, then maybe she could too. But there was still Miss Lenora to contend with. As the date of Jazmine's fashion show drew near, she worked harder than ever, pouring her heart into every design. However, Miss Lenora, who had heard about Jazmine's upcoming show, was not pleased. She didn't want anyone, especially a young girl, to steal the spotlight from her boutique. So she devised a plan to sabotage Jazmine's show. Miss Lenora spread vicious rumors around town that Jazmine's designs were horrible and that her show would be a disaster. She even went as far as to call the venue where Jazmine was supposed to hold her show and told lies to convince them to cancel her show. Jazmine began hearing rumors and felt pressure mounting. Doubt began to creep in, and she wondered if she should just give up.
Do you remember the story of Lydia?
Yes, Grandma, but what if Miss Lenora is right? What if I'm not good enough?
Lydia faced many challenges, but she never let fear stop her. And neither should you. Remember, Jazmine, you have a gift, and you are a gift to this world. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Believe in God and yourself just as Lydia did.
With her grandmother's words echoing in her heart, Jazmine decided that she wouldn't let Miss Lenora or anyone else stop her. She gathered her courage. She thought to herself, "I have a mustard seed of faith. Let me press on." So she doubled down on her preparation. She contacted the venue personally, reassuring them of her plans and vision. The day of her fashion show arrived. It was a full house with people from all over the city who were eager to see Jazmine's creations. The lights dimmed, and one by one, the models walked down the runway, showcasing Jazmine's stunning designs. The audience was in awe of the vibrant colors, the unique patterns, and the craftsmanship in each piece.
Thank you, Jesus.
As the final model walked down the runway, Jazmine took a deep breath and stepped out to take a bow. The crowd erupted in applause, and Jazmine's eyes filled with tears of joy. She had done it! Despite all the obstacles, she succeeded. After the show, Jazmine was packing up when she noticed Miss Lenora standing in the back of the room, watching her for a moment. Jazmine felt a prick of anxiety, but then Miss Lenora did something unexpected. She walked over to Jazmine.
"I didn't think that you could do it, but you proved me wrong. Your designs are incredible. Your show was a huge success. I see now that I underestimated you.
Thank you, Miss Lenora. I appreciate that.
Miss Lenora nodded and walked away, leaving Jazmine to bask in the glow of her triumph. From that day on, Jazmine continued to sew with confidence, knowing that no matter what challenges she faced, she had the strength to succeed. And just like Lydia, she became a source of inspiration, showing that with hard work and belief in God and oneself, anything is possible.